Hello and welcome to the podcast. The Shift Happens, and I'm your host, Dr. Divi. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we're talking about a favorite topic called gratitude. More than likely, you've heard of this concept, and if you're brand new to it, welcome. We're going to talk about gratitude, the scientific benefits of it, the emotional benefits, and the mental, spiritual benefits, especially when it comes to manifestation. So take a moment, grab your hot chocolate, let's have a lot of fun as we dive in. As you know, in a lot of my podcasts, what I spend just a half minute doing is dropping us all into meditation. Of course, if you're driving, you're not going to pull over. But if you're able to, even when you're out for a walk, just take a second and breathe. If you're able to, I invite you to close your eyes and just settle your mind. Take a long breath in and take a slow breath out. Take a deep breath in and take a quiet breath out. And see if you can find a tiny pause between the inhales and exhales. Beautiful. Go ahead and open your eyes. Welcome. As you know, this is part of our challenge called the FGHIJ challenge. What am I talking about? F stands for forgiveness, G for gratitude, H for help, I for insight, and J for joy. Through the month of March of 2026, I'll be using my school platform to share a little bit about it every day. Now, I'm going to put out weekly podcasts, and this is part of it. And today we're starting with gratitude. And the next week, the podcast will be more on forgiveness. But let's talk about gratitude for today. We're not going to be talking about the fluffy surface gratitude. We're not just going to be grateful energy. We're going to go deeper and deeper into gratitude to help our nervous system shift and help create and surrender more to the Creator. So one thing I want to make sure as we get going here, gratitude is not pretending that you're not having pain or lack. I'm not saying I'm grateful for everything. I just wish I had more life force. I wish I had more money. That's not what we're doing. Real gratitude is not about diminishing or ignoring what you're experiencing. But real gratitude is putting the focus back on the Creator. And you're like, what are you talking about, Divi? We have two parts of us, the ego and then the Creator. Some people call the Creator unconditional love. Other people call it God, the universe, spirit, the divine, many different words. The Creator gives us all that is. Everything can be given to us through the Creator's energy. And if we imagine how strong the Creator is, we'd be blown away at her power. The ego, on the other hand, thinks it's got to do everything. If you can relate to this, I've got to get an A. I have to work hard. I got to make that phone call. I. And the ego is really busy in comparison, lack, fear, resentment, and so on. Gratitude blocks that pattern. Gratitude is putting focus on the universe. No matter how little you perceive you're experiencing right now, maybe you're homeless, maybe you don't have money for food right now. Let's have gratitude for what you do have. And just that subtle shift calms the nervous system, stimulates what's called the vagus nerve, which is the parasympathetic nervous system, activates deep breathing, and puts the focus out of the ego into the Creator. What it does is it focuses right now. And when you're focusing right now, you're actually connecting to all that is. Your guides, your angels, your divine support team, the universe, the divine mother, they only sit in right now. It is impossible to be in deep gratitude and survival mode simultaneously. Think about that for a sec. If you're so used to being in survival, fear, then that takes us into anger and attack. So you can't attack and be grateful at the same time. But when we are willing to be grateful, even if we don't have everything we want, we actually are taking the focus off the ego, which creates microscopically, to the Creator who creates trillions and billions and millions. And that's the shift I'm inviting us to make. The ego controls, says, I got to do this. I have to do it. I have to do it. And the creator gives to you with ease, comes to you with beauty like nature. Think about it. A plant doesn't do a vision board for what it wants to make. The plant trusts the rain, trusts the soil, trusts the oxygen. And we can be exactly the same, but gratitude is going to be our focus in order for that to happen. The more we practice gratitude, you stop having to do anything. The universe steps forward and creates more for us. And that recognition of what we already have, what the creator's already given us, actually gets the creator at work, even creating more, which is hard to believe. Okay. If the ego is doing gratitude, it does gratitude as comparison. I'm so glad I'm in this building, not out there in the cold. The gratitude that ego does is, oh, I'm grateful for what I have, but I still have to get that. Versus the creator aligned gratitude sounds like this. Thank you for the infinite movement that's already there and the infinite movement that I cannot see yet. And I know it's there and I'm excited and joyful. The ego's gratitude is tight. Creator's is expansive. The creator's is surrendered. It feels like letting go. It feels like alignment. So in this moment right now, if we look around the room, what can we be grateful for? The sunlight, the cloudy day, my breath, the air, this beautiful picture of monkeys that is on my screen, a tree at my window, the joy that I have to have a podcast channel, the joy that I have that you're listening and our vibrations are connecting. That perceptual shift, that thing that I'm focusing on the creator, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, gets the creator to go, what more can I give? What more can I give? And the more we breathe into the base of our belly, we're telling ourselves, I trust. My heart rhythm starts to decrease. Starts to regulate and decrease. My cortisol decreases. I think clearer. I am calmer. Notice how I'm not gripping? The ego grips. Spirit provides. Let's talk about micro-gratitude. This actually starts to train you into trust. I'm grateful for this breath. I'm grateful for this warm cup of tea. I'm grateful for this body that's taking me through my day. I'm grateful for the honesty and the love I get to share with you. I'm grateful that my hair grows every day. I'm grateful that I have an incredible, incredible life force in me. I'm grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. For those of you who have been studying with me for a while, we're in one of my classes right now, all my classes actually right now, we're working on triggers, we call it filters. So we're looking at people's triggers right now. And I guarantee you in a few weeks, a few months, I've already seen it with some of my clients. What happens is you move through a trigger and you actually start to expand more. You have more joy, you have more health, you have more love. What will happen for more of my advanced clients is when trigger occurs, you actually pause and have gratitude because you know that once you move through this trigger, there's more joy, more love, more essence, more beauty, more compassion, more clarity. Because the creator wants to come in, but when we're triggered, we're blocking that light. The last thing with gratitude is to be grateful for what hasn't shown up yet. I'm grateful for the infinite possibilities from the universe. I'm grateful for spirit. I'm grateful for the divine. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful that I'm not stuck in the ego trying to figure it all out myself. I'm grateful that the universe, the creator, responds to my energy field every moment. So simple. So with this FGHIJ practice, the whole idea is when you're not on autopilot, when you're not picking up the kids or running between things and you got a moment and you notice your mind thinking and you know you don't have to think. And you're like, aware, okay, I'm thinking about, I don't know why I'm thinking, I just am. I'm on autopilot. Now's a chance for me to put my hand on my heart and just say, show me, universe, what is already created here. Let me feel the gratitude for everything that I have right now. The I through you, the I through me. Let me be grateful for this moment. So as we calibrate more to gratitude, as our cells calm down, our vagus nerve relaxes, we can breathe better. The Creator can work for us more. I have more trust. I have more surrender. I'm not thinking future. Do you notice how this entire time we've been in the now? Because gratitude is using the Creator's mind in us right now. What can I be grateful for? So I want to take a moment to thank you so much for showing up for this podcast. And if you want to join my school challenge, if you look below, if you're watching this on the podcast channel, you'll see the school link. If you're seeing this on YouTube, click on Learn More. You'll see my school link. So the month of March, we'll be posting something every day, either a little video or a written thing for you to respond to add to your day for the FGHIJ challenge. So this one's all about gratitude. A couple other things as we begin to wrap. I often talk about my business and how you can support me. So I love to do this work. I give it as freely as I can through podcasts. I have 2-3 other ways you can work with me. I have an online class called The Inner Temple. You're more than welcome to join that. It's so much fun. It's on Wednesdays at 9 and 5. We take this teaching so much deeper. I run a group coaching class on Tuesdays, either at noon or 5, based on relationships and health. You're more than welcome to join that. I've got 1 or 2 spots in each container right now. And then lastly, I do in-person events. For those of you here in Vancouver, I'll be want to come to Vancouver. I have one on March 28th. I've got other dates on my website too. One in April, one in May, and a retreat in June in Whistler. All of my in-person events, as of right now, are based on a contribution, or what people would call a donation, a contribution. You're going to contribute to the event a certain amount of money. For the one-day workshops, it's a minimum of $100. For the retreats, it's a bit more to help us cover costs. Any extra money I make, we are putting into a separate account called the Retreat Fund. So we're creating a retreat center called the Divine Mother Retreat Center, either in Bowen Island, San Diego, or Hawaii. And maybe it might be even here in Vancouver, but we're starting to create it, be open to it. So all the reason the retreats are so cheap is because I'm going to give this freely with love and joy for you. And then you will give back to me, spreading the word, spreading the love. And thereby, when you give me even a little bit more than $100, that goes to the retreat center. So to take a moment and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your energy and love. Again, another gratitude thing I could ask you for me, gratitude for you listening to this. Another way you could give back to me, which I would really appreciate, is to leave me a really positive review on my podcast channel, or leave me a comment, or like it, or share it with somebody else. Those things, commenting, liking, and sharing, increase something called an algorithm, so more people get to listen. Thank you again. I hope you have a grateful, grateful, grateful day, especially if you're watching this on school. Share below what things you're grateful for in this moment and how you interrupt the mind automatically that wants to go into automatic mode and be in gratitude. I'm sending you a lot of love. I'll see you next week.